Plus, Oscar nominee Edward Norton has a flashback Friday to when he saved Leo DiCaprio's life. And think you have shopping issues? Sarah's on a holiday hunt to find the perfect gift for each of the co-hosts.
Sunny, Whoopi, Candace, I'm missing Paula?
Let's get this party started with Joy, Candace Cameron Bure, Paula Ferris, Sarah Haynes, and Jedediah Bila. Now, let's get things started.
Do you want to start? Okay. Hi, everybody. And it's actually Friday. TGIF, yes? So I'm actually thinking about sending my resume next door to the Chew. Do you know why?
Why?
Because my lasagna has become world famous at this point. Wait. I just gave Paula a tray to share with all of you, but not to brag. Isn't it delicious?
It is. I have to say, my husband finished the last of it last night. I did share a little bit of it with Sarah.
You know what, Sarah? We had a conversation the other day about this lasagna.
It was great. It was excellent.
What is this one? You know, she looks innocent. She is not. She is a thief. I've been talking about this.
It was survival in a four-sibling family.
Listen, I'm Italian. Joy and I talk about this lasagna. I'm like, let me taste it. I'm a judge of good food. I can't wait. She tells me Paula brings the lasagna in.
Wait a
Nobody
second.
got any. Somebody got some.
Candace didn't get it.
Somebody got some.
Lasagna, Joy.
I didn't hear you were in Tokyo or someplace.
Look, in all fairness, I have been nagging you and pestering you.
Don't
I've been
defend
like
her. You already got your
I've been like
lasagna.
a dripping faucet for the last year and a half, begging you for this lasagna.
You've heard
Have
of
I
the
not?
book thief? You're the lasagna
I
thief.
am the lasagna thief. You probably just made it to get me to shut up.
Yeah, but she took all the heat. This one took the lasagna, didn't say a peep. She's just tiptoeing around like a little mouse, eating that lasagna at home.
It was so good, but
I was saying, I can't believe Paula didn't share because I didn't want to incriminate myself.
Yeah.
Paula, was it better than sex? Tell the truth.
No.
No?
No.
Combo pack.
No. I've got to say that it was pretty darn good, and I've got to get a little bit of the recipe from you later.
Okay.
If you
fine,
want to share
whatever.
it.
No, I'm not giving you. Forget you.
You're not
getting
sharing the
it.
recipe?
And this one, too.
No. The next is for you and me.
Thank you.
And Candace, you can have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Donald Trump is about to become the leader of the free world. Take that in. But reportedly, he will remain as executive producer of Celebrity Apprentice. So I guess Mike Pence can deal with China and Syria while Donald weighs in on whether to fire John Lovett. Shouldn't he be concentrating on other things like, say, I don't know, learning to be president or something like that? What do you think?
I think he has to shift his brand over. Just for the optics of it, I think when you look at this, my mic just fell off my back, so if you stop hearing me, that's why. I think they have to shift it because when you look at him right now, people are still in that mode of thinking of him as a celebrity and not as a politician, not as a leader of the free world. You can't have your name on reality television and have that be part of your brand and also have your brand be, by the way, I'm going to decide whether or not we enter into nuclear war. You got to pick one.
But he's
Pick
going to do it. I think he's going to do
He's an
it.
executive producer, though. You've executive produced it.
Yes.
I mean, you can be
Executive-
hands-on or hands-off.
She's not the president, though.
But there are a lot of executive producers that are just the money portion of it. They're not hands-on. They're not making decisions. And I couldn't imagine that he would be making decisions at this point. The Apprentice has been on for 15 seasons.
Right.
So the show's running on its own. He's basically just going to take a paycheck from it.
But it's
not getting paid as president.
It's kind of unprecedented, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Everything
him being
you say is
president-
winning.
What about if you get fired, do you get deported?
Good one, Sarah.
Pack your bags. You're going south.
But I mean,
Sarah just made a
he
fun of it.
brags about how he's not going to take a salary as president, but this is going to bring a lot more money than his salary as president.
Well,
yeah,
they're
but
saying
past presidents have made money off their book sales even while they were president
Really?
as well.
While they were president? I'm not sure about
Yeah,
that.
you can have
I do. I have
residuals
it.
roll
Let
in.
me hear that.
For 2009, President Obama's first full year in office, he reported 5.1 million earnings from sales of his books.
Oh. I didn't know that.
How about that? But I think more importantly, I don't really, the only problem that I have is maybe the conflict of interest with NBC. Is he going to try to curry favor with NBC because this is an NBC show?
Okay.
That's my only
Let me
concern
set it
about
up.
it. I don't care if he
Trump-
makes money off of it or
He's
not.
also using apprentice producer Mark Burnett to work on his inauguration. Now, Mark Burnett is the guy who produces Celebrity Apprentice, and there are rumors that they're having a hard time landing any A-list music acts to perform. So here's what some of them are saying about the new president after he won. Like, for example, let's say Madonna. Okay, she said it felt like a combination of the heartbreak and betrayal you feel when someone you love more than anything leaves you, and also a death. So she's not going to do it.
Odds are no.
Cher says you can't polish a turd. So she's not going to do it. So it doesn't look like...
But the word turd is really funny.
So who's going to do it? Scott Baio, does he sing?
No. Garth Brooks is already in talks to sign. I know Aretha Franklin's been asked, and she kind of had, she's kind of been equivocating.
Aretha, really?
Yes,
Yeah,
she was.
Wow.
She said it's a good question. We'll see.
We'll see.
So she left the door open.
Wow.
See, Garth Brooks is good, but my problem with that is that people always associate country music with right-leaning people. It's almost like they say, well, you can get, you know, not that there's anything wrong with country music, but it's assumed that if you're going to get
But they're not
singers or someone, that country's going to be the area where you're going to get it. I would love to see a pop person. Look, this is going to be the future president of the United States. You don't have to agree with his policies, but if this is a time for coming together, then I'd love to see someone who maybe didn't vote for him but says, you know what, I'm going to bring out the message of unity, and I'm going to go and support the future president. And all those people who may be not inclined to support him would see that pop star get up and say, you know what, maybe it is a time to give him the benefit of the doubt. Until we see something he does we don't like, then it's time for criticism. But he's everyone's president. That's the truth. He's going to be everybody's president.
Well, I don't think performing is an endorsement of anything. I think it's, you know, like if you perform at something, I don't think you're saying, I agree with this, you're doing what you're paid to do.
I know, but have we forgotten what he said during the campaign?
have not.
Have we forgotten about who's so-and-so's going to...
it's also an opportunity,
He's going to
too.
grab the woman...
I mean, to terms with the fact that he is our president.
I don't buy it. I mean, I don't have amnesia.
Joy, don't
I
you
don't
want
have amnesia.
And Gwen Stefani perform.
I love like Shelton and Gwen.
Gwen Stefani.
Don't you think that there also is an obligation for people to have a solution and come to the table? Yes, this has been a very divisive election year, election season. You think about what an opportunity and a platform. This person over has a microphone. They have a huge megaphone to get their own personal message out there. But this country needs to come together. You're right. It's not an endorsement, but I think this would be a nice step forward to healing our nation as well, which I think we're in need of.
I wouldn't do it.
Did he ask you?
No.
Wait, if he asked you
Are
to
you
make
kidding?
lasagna, would you make lasagna for President
I will not
Trump?
feed the beast. I will not.
I do not like him, Sam.
I will not. I do not forget what he said when he was campaigning. I'm sorry. He insulted every group.
See, I don't think you don't have to forget, and you don't have to stop holding him accountable. If you disagree with his policy, I think that, especially you, that's part of your job, to sit here and hold him accountable. But I think there has to be a moment where and I always say this, when President Obama won, there were so many people who were unwilling to just accept him as everyone's president and say, you know what, maybe this wasn't my guy. Maybe I don't agree with his policy, but he's my president too.
That's different.
Even for a moment.
President Obama never said the things that Donald Trump has said.
But you know what?
Let us not put him in the same category. Come on,
but there were
if
people...
they didn't like Obama, it was about his politics.
No, but there were people...
This guy is about what he said.
That's not true, though. There were people who talked about Bill Ayers and Jeremiah Wright and his association with people that bothered them. And it still bothered me when he won that they couldn't sit back and say, I love my country more than any one person.
They not only didn't follow him, they obstructed him for 8 years. So let's say, why do I have to be so nice?
You can obstruct.
You know something, 2.5 million more people voted for Hillary Clinton. So I'm here to speak for those people.
Joy, you
And you
keep
can. And you can.
You keep being that little roadblock.
What?
You keep being that cute little roadblock.
I am that
You're
cute
doing
little
it.
roadblock.
You are
And
the cutest
I will be
little
the
roadblock.
thorn in his side as long as I breathe air until that guy Pruitt destroys the environment. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
So Whoopi had a fun fact.
Your choice of underwear reveals your true personality. Who wears granny pants?
I do. I'm a granny.
I'm a bikini brief.
So you're adorable and sweet, and it sickens people.
I'm a thong.
You're a thong. You love a crowd.
What about you? Wait a second.
We'll be right back.
K180C.
So we want to congratulate our dear friend Jimmy Kimmel. We love Jimmy. Not only is his wife pregnant with their second child, but he is also the new host of the Oscars, which I think is great.
I love Jimmy.
You know, comedians work really well on the Oscars. They really do. He said his parents found out about the Oscar gig on the internet because he forgot to tell them. I mean, wouldn't that be one of the first phone calls you'd make? If you were going to host the Oscars?
Not if I was Jimmy Kimmel. He's
Why
probably
not?
got a really deep phone. Like, I'd be calling everyone.
I don't know.
But his mother? You call a friend before your mother?
Well, I talk to my mom 4 times a day, but I bet Jimmy Kimmel doesn't.
You talk to your mother 4 times a day?
Well, yeah. Like, whenever I have a chance to dial the phone, I call my mom.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like the worst daughter ever because I forgot to text my mom yesterday that I was leaving The View.
That wasn't very Christian of you.
No, it wasn't a very good daughter of me. No, she texted me during the right after the first segment, and she went, wait, I just got a Google alert. Is this fake news? Are you leaving, or is this real? And I went, Mom, I'm so sorry. I didn't tell anyone, and I forgot. And
You just told everybody before her.
But who did you tell? Just your husband?
My husband.
And your kids?
Yes.
And any of your friends?
No.
Siblings?
No one.
Sarah?
No.
Us?
Okay. See, I would be written out of the will for that. My mother would write me out. In fact,
You're the only one on the will.
No, it's, well... No, please, it's the cats. I'm sure the cats have stuff coming to them. No, when my mother gets mad at me because, and she's a professional stalker now, because I forget. Stuff happens. Sometimes I find myself on a plane and I'm leaving, and she's trying to find me, so she stalks my Instagram and she stalks my Twitter, and then I get a text waiting when the plane lands. I hear you're in Texas, she writes. And it's because she has to follow, but you forget. It's true. Life is busy, and sometimes, like, I'll turn to my man and I'll say something, and then I forget to make the call to my mom.
Her man.
And my mom's like, I gave birth to you. He did not. I need to know first.
I love the concern she has. As one of 4 kids, my mom doesn't even remember to call me. Like, your mom's like, oh, I hear you're in Texas. My mom's like, which one is this? Like, that must be such a nice feeling.
It's just me.
There's an element too, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a private person, but you also don't want your parents to be concerned about everything, because whenever I've told my parents, oh, I'm going to Brazil for a month and I'm taking Landon, my 3rd child, for, you know, they freak out about everything. You know, I remember my mom called me once and I'm like, I'm in Mexico for a story. Why didn't you tell me? So it's a lot of times for me, I know it's just, I don't want them to be concerned about.
Or like if you're I did a story on skydiving, and I called her when I landed and was like, hey, I'm jumping out of a plane, but it turned out totally fine. Like, I'm still here. Sometimes it suits them to tell them later. The View is not a good example, though.
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Of course.
Of course she did.
The best.
Joy, speaking of forgetting to tell people things, I feel like I have to look online to figure out what you're doing these days.
I am doing something this weekend. Those people who are in Philadelphia, I need my fans to come and see me, because if the Trump supporters come, it could be ugly. So I will be at the Sugar House Casino in Philadelphia tomorrow night, Saturday night, so go to our website for ticket information. I don't do this very often, but I have some Trump material I thought I would try out.
I want to try it on
But does that make you grumpy in the middle of your act? Because sometimes when you start your day talking about Trump, you get really grumpy.
I talk about being Italian. I talk about a lot of stuff. He's just a very small part, like his fingers, very small.
That's one positive. Isn't that a positive of the presidency?
What?
Did I just miss a sexual joke or something?
No, it wasn't a sexual joke, unless you have a filthy mind. We'll be right back.
Coming up, decoding teen text. Do you know what GNOC means? We're cracking the code before your teen hits send.
So an article from the 1950s, I love this, that gives tips to look after your husband is going viral on Facebook right now. Now, most of you were not around in 1950, but I was, okay? I was a baby, but I was still around. So it offers gems. These are the things that they told women in the 50s. Make sure to fix him a drink when he comes home. Give him a comfortable chair. And this one is a total deal breaker for me.
I know, me too.
Speak in a soft, low voice. I mean, I will do the guy 6 times from a Sunday, but don't ask me to speak in a low voice.
I would have died alone. I never would have made this list. There's a point where it says, touch up your makeup before he comes home, put a ribbon in your hair, and be fresh looking, and not the kind of fresh I like. Be a little gay and more interesting. His boring day may need a lift. Well, so do I. Like, what?
Don't greet him with problems or complaints. So my husband, I think every guy that comes home wants peace and quiet, right? Well, in my house, you're not going to get it because I worked full day. I've worked full day, so maybe I get home around 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock or whatever, picking the kids up from school. The first thing I do is I hand the baton off to my husband when he gets home at 7:30. I'm like, they're yours, and then I'll run to Home Goods because they're open for like another hour and a half, and Mommy will have some alone time. So that's not going to happen.
I've done a lot of public speaking at churches, and I used to give a talk on being a godly wife, and I actually would read this, which would get great laughs.
Okay.
But there was a point, there was a purpose to it, because I love that. Don't greet him with problems or complaints. I would do the same thing with Val. He'd get home from traveling, from hockey, and it was like, here are the kids, I don't want them. But when other people, regardless if you're the man staying home, the woman staying home, like, you want to come home to a peaceful house, and there is a time and a place for that, but like, no one wants to be greeted with complaints, and so it is nice to make a peaceful home for your husband.
No, that one I can see your face.
See that? When she said no one wants to be greeted with complaints, she's like,
about a hard day at work. He's home, retired, and I walk in, oh my God, you don't even know what goes on over there.
Do you freshen your lipstick up before you come in the door? You should.
No, I do.
No.
Does Steve make sure you come home to peace and solitude?
Well, he's in the dark usually.
Hilarious. So he's not watching
He's sitting in the dark reading a book.
Aww.
Yeah.
See,
okay, let's do another subject.
I think these were made for 1950s guys, actually. I think guys have evolved. I think they like a little feisty, and I think there is a component of men that does like the caretaker component, but they want you to do it as you. Like, I don't believe this stuff that guys want to see you all done up all the time. I think guys want to see a real woman, and they want to see someone who looks like... Yeah, no? He doesn't? He doesn't? Come on.
He told me last night that when I throw my hair into the little bun, he's like, can you just like take it down and like, I don't know, like do something? I was like,
how he tells you these things.
I thought like when you married someone, they loved you in yoga pants. I guess I was total false
Do
advertising.
you think that the Republican Party's taking us back to the 50s a little bit?
I knew you were going to do this. I was waiting.
I'm asking the question, all right? I'm asking the question.
I would be fine with that, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah. No. I just like that era.
No, I don't. And
well, there's a few things going backwards. You know, Roe v. Wade is going to be overturned pretty soon.
Says
Just watch out.
Says you. That's not going to happen, by the way. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we'll see. What else?
Ew, why did
You're the one that brought
so
it
much
up.
fun.
Oh my goodness, having
Why did you do
respect for
this?
your husband. It's just going back to the 19th.
Do you know how many Republicans, honestly, how many Republicans I know who are fighting for gay and lesbian rights, who are fighting for, who are socially liberal, fiscally conservative? The party is not that stereotype of what you think it is. I know a lot. I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent, but I know a lot of Republicans who are fighting for many of the same things socially that people on the left are fighting for, and they don't get any credit for it.
My parents aren't Republicans, but their son's gay, and they're big on the rights of gay, and they're very religious, but they also believe in a woman's right to choose. Yep. There's a spectrum, you know?
So it's not the whole point.
Right.
No,
and a lot of really not. I don't think you can fit people into one box and stereotype them. I don't think that's fair either.
Left too. You know, I know Democrats that would love for their wife to stay, you know, barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Just because you're a Democrat or Republican doesn't mean necessarily that you're advocating for women. You have to prove your policies are advocating for women or advocating for minorities.
We'll see.
I'm not speaking for Trump. I'm speaking for Republicans.
That's the head of the Republican Party right now.
He's busy. He's got to be afraid to produce.
Okay, can we have time for another topic? We do.
Yeah.
No, we don't. We don't. We'll be right back.
Ignore them.
We don't have time.
Ignore them.
Maybe we'll come back.
Edward Norton has a flashback Friday to his Oscar-nominated performance that blew audiences away. Next.
Oscar nominee Edward Norton is so good in so many completely different roles. You really can't take your eyes off of him. And now he's part of an all-star cast in a movie perfect for the holidays, Collateral Beauty. Please welcome the very talented Edward Norton. It's so nice to see you here again.
You too.
Yeah, you've been here a
always.
few times.
I had pictures of you up in my college dorm room, just a full disclosure, so it's not awkward later. You were with Al Pacino. It's good company.
Yeah, I'll
interesting.
say. What's this nickname you have for Leonardo DiCaprio? Unlucky Leo?
Oh no.
He seems lucky to me.
This is gonna turn into a thing.
Oh.
You're at the View.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
It's a safe space,
That's
by the way. It's a
true,
safe
that's
space.
No, it's a nick. My wife and I call Leo Unlucky Leo. We're the only people in the world probably who view him that way. But he has a tendency to get into very bad situations whenever he does adventure things. He had a parachute nearly not open on him, and he
Oh my gosh.
had a plane engine blow up on him, and
Really?
I thought you meant he tripped or something.
no. And when we were on a scuba trip one time. He was talking about this recently. This is why it came out, and he ran out of air, and I had to go over and help him. And
It's like open water.
Yeah.
So don't hang out with him.
well, that's
You might want to keep your distance.
yeah.
But you guys are really tight, and I know you guys are really close. But speaking of Leo, he visited Trump Tower this week, very clandestine, very covertly. Talked about green jobs and climate change. I know those are issues really important to you, but have you spoken with him about those issues, how the meeting went, and how are you feeling about these issues under the Trump administration?
I haven't talked to him since then. Leo and I are almost our entire friendship's based in our mutual passion and work we've done together on environmental sustainability and climate issues and stuff. And Leo's an absolutely tremendous advocate for that stuff. He's raised I've raised a lot of money. He's raised an enormous amount of money to support that agenda. And I'm a UN ambassador for biodiversity, and he's the UN ambassador for climate change. So we've spent many years working on this stuff together, and I'm glad he went in to talk, because it's of enormous concern to me. I think moving people with a history of denying climate science into the Environmental Protection Agency, talking about the CEO of ExxonMobil being the head of our State Department.
What about the EPA pick?
That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Taking somebody who's got a career of fighting against environmental protections and trying to unwind environmental protections and putting him in charge of the agency that protects our clean air and water, and it just seems incredibly wrong-headed. I think the other irony is the notion that dirty energy and old practices are the best infrastructure, are the best economics going forward, when clearly our economic framework is shifting more and more toward clean energy. And if we don't want to be buying technology from Germany and China and Japan, we ought to be building it ourselves in America.
Exactly.
So it's
Think long term.
To me, the fallacy is that President-elect Trump has said that he wants to build infrastructure. He should build infrastructure. He should make this the moonshot project to make America lead.
Think that's going to happen?
I feel like we're in the unknown, as Donald Rumsfeld said. I don't have any sense of what's happening anymore.
Edward, I need to do some throwback with you, because I cannot believe that it's been 20 years since Primal Fear.
Oh my gosh, the movie
one
is
of our
so
favorites.
good.
That was the movie that gave you your big break. Everyone knows
Look like
it.
a child.
That was your first Oscar nomination. What do you remember most about that experience and that film?
Love that.
I remember it was very exciting. It was very exciting to work with Richard was tremendously supportive of me. He was, I can't say enough about how generous he was to me, and he advocated for me to get that part when I was an unknown actor doing New York theater and stuff. I wouldn't have gotten the role without him and the director Greg Hoblet and a number of other people. But there was, Laura Linney was on the film, and Andre Braugher, and a cinematographer named Michael Chapman, who shot Raging Bull and Taxi Driver, was one of my heroes. He was on the film. So it was like the thrill of a lifetime. You know?
Did you know that was your moment, that your life was going to be different from that point on? I always wonder, when actors have a big break, do you know my life is about to change?
I think my mother knew. I remember she went to the security.
Did you call her to tell her?
Yeah, I did tell my mother.
You're a good son.
I remember she went to the security office at the big building she worked in and got on the mic over the fire alert system and said to the building, "I just want you to know my son is in a movie with Richard Gere."
Well, let's talk about your new movie, Collateral Beauty, which is a holiday film. And that's not exactly what we think about when we think of you. So
Really?
tell us what made you take the role.
My friend who runs New Line Studios, where we made the film, the last film I had made with them was American History X, which is a terrific film, but I
Also
played...
a holiday one.
Yeah, exactly. And so he called me and said, I want to get you and Will Smith together around this holiday film. And I said, you're calling Edward, right? You know that, right? Like this, like why would you think of me for this? And I said, I'm not really into the, you know, the Hallmark kind of seasonal programmers. And he said, no, read it. And I did, and I was quite surprised by this script because it has real wisdom in it. It struck me it was funny and humane, but it has real wisdom that I think is what we look for at the end of the year when we're thinking about how to make our life in better balance.
And you had Helen Mirren to work with, who was on the show, I think, the other day, also promoting the movie.
We had the three sirens of British cinema, Helen Mirren, Kate Winslet, and Keira Knightley. And it was just that alone.
And Winslet is the other one. She's great, too.
Kate is, in my book, one of the great actresses of my generation, and I think I long wanted to work with her, so that was a huge draw for me. And Helen is, I have watched and admired since I was a kid, literally, and Will Smith is tremendous in this film. He's very, very affecting. It's a very courageous performance about a person who's grieving and trying to recover from grief.
You're not competitive, are you, with fellow actors? I hear you being very supportive. Well, how do you do that competitive thing when you're an actor? It's hard, isn't it?
Well, the old joke is, you know, how many actors does it take to screw in a light bulb? 100, 1 to do it, and 99 to say I could have done that so much better.
Monday morning quarterback. There you go.
You can use that in your last series voice. Okay, that's for you. There's also, you know, Dorothy Parker's line, "Scratch an actor, you'll find an actress," which I like. That might apply to a few.
That's a heavy one.
It wasn't me, Joy. It was Dorothy Parker.
She was brilliant.
Wait, now, this film has letters in it, very powerful letters, and a lot of people say that's a dying craft, to write a handwritten letter, but letters have played a pivotal role in your life. Didn't you get a first acting gig from a letter?
That is true. I
did my research.
You did.
This is your life.
You've got wow. I wrote a letter when I was 23 to Edward Albee, the great playwright who's
who
Afraid
died
of Virginia
recently.
Woolf, who just passed away. And I asked him if I could do a play that he had written that I'd never seen produced, and I invited him to see a play I was in, and he actually came.
Wow.
Liked me, and then invited me to audition in the play that was my first professional gig. Yeah, and he just passed. He was one of the all-time giants of American
that's a
theater.
great thing to say to young actors out there, that you can reach people who are in positions of power to help you in a certain way. Keep
and
trying.
you got to read. You got to read. You got to read people's work and know the great playwrights and you got to do your homework and know stuff. But yes, I think I used to write letters all the time to Albee, John Patrick Shanley, Spike Lee, all my favorite filmmakers.
That's great. You know, we love having you. Please come back again.
Thank you.
We love to have you. Thanks to Edward Norton. His new movie, Collateral Beauty, is out December 16th. And members of our audience are going home with a copy of the soundtrack. His music. We'll be right back.
Next week on The View,
We want to kick things off with some really good news.
'tis the season for holiday hot topics. And Kellyanne Conway hits the table. Plus, we're hanging with Allie Wentworth and Taraji P. Henson.
Wait. There's more.
Because Christmas comes early with our epic holiday show. The legendary Patti LaBelle makes our view a little sweeter. And Darlene Love brings down the house. Hey, next week on ABC.
Think you're having holiday shopping problems? How about this? What do you buy for an EGOT winner like Whoopi? Or can you imagine the pressure of watching Joy Behar unwrap a gift you're not sure about? Not to mention the very different personalities of all the other co-hosts. So I headed to the one place that was my best and only hope for the holidays. Finding holiday gifts can be so super stressful, but I have got to find one for each of my co-hosts, and I know just where to go. Joy, Jed, Sunny, Whoopi, Candace, I'm missing Paula, and Emily.
Hi.
This is Target's home style expert. I am looking for Paula.
You want a gift for Paula?
No. Actually, Paula.
This Paula?
Oh, that's my girl. Well, she loves decorations.
She might like ornaments. Perhaps she wants an ornament for Christmas.
I think she would like that.
The thing about ornaments is you can also just put them on top of a present, and they don't have to be the gift itself, but everybody does like an ornament, and everybody collects them. Most of these are under $4.
Oh, so it's affordable too.
It's affordable too.
Okay. We're good.
All right. Keep shopping?
Yep.
All right.
Just one more thing, Paula. You got to fix that star, okay? You got this. Next up is Joy.
All right, let's get her a pillow. They're low cost, high impact. They make your house feel really festive, really fast.
Oh, this one has your name written all over it. Literally. This is the gift.
It's a good one. Everybody likes a new pillow. These are all under $30, and they just make your house feel really, really happy.
And they're soft. She likes it. Whoopi loves socks. Next up are these two ladies, Jed and Candace, but they're super stylish, so I've got to find like a really cute holiday outfit. Wish me luck. Oh, fashion's so not my thing. Don't worry, Jed, I've called in reinforcements. Ta-da! Hi, babe. This is Target's style expert, so we're in good hands. I love this.
Isn't it cute? Super timeless, black lace sheath dress. Everyone's wearing the bomber, and this is the very much so the ultimate festive bomber.
I love this.
Do you love it, Jed?
She does.
Amazing, Candace. She chose one of my favorites, actually.
She's got a good sense of style.
Well, you know what? The beauty of this dress is the lace trend that we talked about before, and it's also red and green in a way that's not predictable. It's not like the typical holiday red and green.
Does this work? This. More this or that? Oh, you look so cute. Next up is Sunny Hostin. She's super serious.
So we want something very serious for a family gift, maybe. Sunny, I think the best idea for her is pajamas, and the whole family can dress the same.
People do that at the holidays, don't they?
If you know how much fun this is, it's like Instagram gold.
Oh, I love that.
Look, Nanny and Papa Bear.
Her husband, that's going to be perfect.
Mush.
Her son is 6 foot, so this may not fit him, but I'll go ahead and take this for my little guy, Alex.
Oh, it's perfect.
You guys look happy now, but just wait till you see what I got for you. You guys, I want you to open your presents.
These are our presents?
Those are your presents. I got you a gift.
This is what I heard what you got.
They made me get you a gift.
Did you get a pillow for Joy?
Oh, yeah.
Joy, you like the gift.
That's nice. Thank you.
You did a really good job wrapping this.
I know.
Did you wrap it?
myself.
No, you didn't. Okay, so...
I actually love it. It's a little Charlie Brown treat. Don't look at the price.
No, I'm not looking at the price.
Oh, it costs.
It says try me, and so I think it makes noise.
Oh my.
Or doesn't
that's
it?
cute.
Okay, so you guys, we got to see Candace and Jed. I never get to style anyone, but check this out.
I love it.
Yes.
I love this.
Who needs Santa when you've got Sarah?
Like it.
I love it.
I had a little help with those, I'll give you that. But I did pick out the pillow.
This is very comfortable.
It's cute, right?
I feel like I'm in my pajamas, but look good.
I don't think baby doll style, so you can eat a lot and not worry about it.
Is it kind of like really you? Because I picked it out, I was like, that looks so Candace.
I don't wear baby doll style typically.
But you're like a little doll.
But I like all the lace and stuff. It's very cute. Oh, thank you, Sarah.
I got to dress my little Barbies.
You got me right.
Did you get yourself?
But did you take her mood to stop it?
Giving. Okay. Happy holidays, everyone. Tune in on Sunday night when John Legend and Chrissy Teigen put a modern twist on the Nutcracker in Target's The Toy Cracker. The mini musical premieres during a special ABC broadcast of Disney's Frozen at 8 p.m. Eastern. And thanks to our sponsor, Target, members of our audience are getting a $200 gift. We'll be right back.
Monday, still not done holiday shopping? Then view your deal and chill. Because we partnered with vendors for up to 69% off last-minute gifts for everyone on your list.
Welcome back to the show. So, Candace, darling, tell us, what's the story?
Well, I made the announcement yesterday that I am leaving The View, and today is officially my last day.
You tell your mom? Miss you.
I told my mom. I did text her before. But I will miss all of you, too. And they've all told me I'm welcome back anytime, and I would love to come back. And, so I won't be a stranger.
Right.
I just want to say it's been so great to have your perspective. I know you speak for a lot of people in this country, and I know the show is committed to making sure that voice is still heard at the table. So thank you for bringing what you uniquely bring to this table. We're all going to miss you. And
Thank you, Paula. I'll miss all of you.
Good about the show? Have you enjoyed yourself?
Very, very much.
Yeah?
I really have learned so much, and I'll take it with me forever. And listen, this show is legendary, and to think that I have been a part of it is really incredible. So I'm very blessed and thankful for the opportunity that I had.
You want to say something to her?
Yeah, I'm crying a little bit because I got to know her daughter, Natasha, who the only person I'm a bigger fan of than her is her daughter.
Sarah's like, forget about you. It's Natasha.
I love her. No, and also sharing. I think a show like this, you need to bring your personal life, and that means everyone pays the price. Sometimes my husband, and other times your whole family. So
Candace, you have 16 seconds to say the out. Go ahead.
I get to say it.
Yeah.
Everyone, have a great day, and take a little time to enjoy The View.
Yeah.